Uh, Sorry. I was trying to change my graphic before I got on. Hello, how is everyone? Let me just really quickly go and update the, the cover image. Hello. We're looking today at Bonnie Engle. And she just did a call 2 days ago. And it's going to be good. I will tell you that. Probably content warning for everything health and wellness related. If this is content that's hard for you to consume, hop out. I would rather you take care of your mental health than try to watch something and then get slimed. So this is going to be in Beachbody. Save. I know, how unprofessional of me not to be prepared, but I was like trying to change. I clicked on the thing to change it, and then they're just like, "You're live. Hello." Nope, that's not it. That's Autumn Calabrese. Okay. What? That's the cover. What? With Bonnie Engle. Save. She's big time, or was big time. Oh, the dogs. Let me run the intro. Hold on. Okay, let's do a few housekeeping things really quickly. If you are in Top Chat, you will know this because it says Top Chat in the chat that you are participating in right now. And if you want to see all of the comments, you need to switch it to live chat or all chat or whatever the other option is so you can fully enjoy in the conversation. And hello. Yes, I accidentally missed. I rated Heather's stream last night an hour early. Technical difficulties. And then I fell asleep after my stream, after I let y'all into Heather's stream an hour early. And then I crashed from after I streamed. I slept until 10:30 this morning. I don't know what's happening. It's a good evening for a live. Love that, Alexis. How is everybody? I'm doing okay. If you haven't taken your meds today, remember to take them. Hello, everybody. Okay. All right. If I'm a little bit more not as my normal self, it's because I'm trying to manage my pain and stream at the same time. So we're just going to work it out. And if I have to cut out early, then I will just do that. But hopefully I will not have to do that. And I know I'm behind on getting people some things. It's been a rough go of it. So let's see. Let's go to Facebook and let's go to let's go. Where are we going? Which scene do we want? Y'all can pick since you're here live. Do you want this one? Oh, there she is. Why is this messed up? 'Cause it's DC stream? What? No. Here we go. Why is there two of them? Oh, because we were playing Dreamlight Valley yesterday. I should have done that. It's okay. Let's see. I know. I was ready, and then I wasn't ready. This is Bonnie Engle. She is a former, or currently, 15-star super diamond, whatever, double star in Beachbody, which is now Body. Why can I not? Okay, we'll try this again. Sorry. Edit. Google. I wonder why that my life is like this. Sorry. I wish I was prepared. I thought I was prepared. I pulled it up. Someone left a comment that from one of our Jesse Lee Ward streams that Danielle and I were BECs. And then I had to look up what that meant. Oh my God, what is going on? And then someone kindly informed me that BEC was, BITCHES, eating crackers. And then I thought to myself, what? And then I got my feelings hurt because I've never called people names. I'd rather y'all just call me DC if you're mad at me and tell me exactly why you're mad at me. Hey. Oh, love that. Love therapy. I hope he does great. And Av, I hope your orders go great. I'm literally so sorry. I was like good intentions. And I've tried to do this to Heather so many times. And Heather will have to be like, I'm actually not streaming till tomorrow. I think you read the date wrong. But she's like so nice about it. And I'm like, I have so much enthusiasm. And so the execution's just not quite there yet. I took tomorrow off. Shelby, what are you and Judge going to do? Thank you. I slept a lot last night. And I'm on some new medicine. Thank you for licking the stream. The stream goat.
Lick the stream.
The stream goat does thank every single one for your sacrifices. This is Bonnie Engle. Am I going to forward it to the part where she is taking herself off mute? No, I'm not. And I feel like I am the one who could snark on this a little bit because I make these mistakes all the time and we're just going to laugh at them. We're just going to have fun. We're not going to be mean. We're just... Hello! Y'all. I want Kate's Crossing to start making gaming content again, but I'm just watching through her old gaming content and it's the best. Yes. I don't know what it is. And so like one, having to navigate the like acronyms that I don't know, I'm like, oh, well, what does this mean? And then I'm not up to date on everything. Hello, hello. Yes, we are back. So if you missed the Instagram live, we were on Instagram story snooping. And then it was like, oh my gosh, what is this call that Holly Hillier is talking about on her call? And then we went to the Slay Squad group and we looked, and I think it was this call. Maybe it wasn't, but I think it was. So really quickly, let me go ahead. Oh, I'll do that later. I am going to post a live from Instagram, but I'm not going to do it right now. All right, let's go. Okay, 1,000,000 years later, can I move this? Can I move this? Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Why am I like this? Sorry, my mom is laughing. I've lost my wallet. I do not know where it is. We're trying to track it down. So that's what I've been doing earlier. So I don't feel like exactly like myself, so I'm struggling a little bit. So okay, so all right, filler words. Engaged. Oh my God, she's just gonna be talking and she forgot to unmute, and it's just we're just gonna live with it for a little bit. Why didn't they cut this part out before they uploaded it? We don't know. We do not know. I could do this all day. Yeah, but the bummer part is that it's someone who's followed my content for a while, and I felt like I know that as I maybe get better at streaming, or maybe I go in a direction that is gonna make people feel uncomfortable or that they don't want to watch my stuff anymore. I'm not one of those influencers not influencers. I'm not one of those YouTubers that like is like, well, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Like, I do feel bad. I do feel sad that my content is rubbing people in a way that makes them not want to come and watch on my channel anymore. Like, I'm not just like the reality of knowing that people who are here with me from the beginning don't want to watch anymore because of like stuff I've said. It does make me sad, and I'm not afraid to say that out loud. Like, y'all are real people, and it, even though it's obviously like an online dynamic, like, it does make me sad. And we're still freaking muted. Hi, Rhiannon. How are you?
Hey, everyone. Okay, so here's the situation. I was trying to log in to the Slay Squad Zoom, and unfortunately, when I'm trying to log in, it's telling me I need a one-time password from the owner of the Zoom, and I cannot get in touch with her prior to an 8 p.m. start time. So
you weren't prepared to go live? What? I'm shocked. Hi there, DC. I just got done with a full day of doctor's appointments and I have a 3-hour drive home. I'm so happy to see you're live. I hope you have a great drive home and I hope your doctor's appointments went okay. Thank you very much. Oh, I love your last name. Like the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit. No, yeah, I'm sorry for dumping on y'all. I don't take it for granted that people even want to show up to my streams. And it does make me sad when people decide when they used to enjoy content that they don't enjoy it now. It's just sobering. Like a somber feeling. Y'all are the best. I'm gonna try not to cry.
the Zoom link that was supposed to be for tonight, that is every single night, will not be valid. It will only be streamed in this group, which changes up a little bit of what I had planned for this call. But if you have team members or friends or...
Let me just quickly make this so we don't have... I don't know what aspect ratio she decided was going to be good for the stream, but this is not it. Those are her sides on the Zoom. She's done like a 4 point something, like an old school aspect ratio, and I'm like, what? Maybe there's some... Okay. I'm trying my best. She did cut her forehead off. Y'all, please don't do streams like this.
Or other people who you know come to this call and will want to be on this call tonight, make sure you let them know. That's why I hopped on a couple minutes early so that we could get everything squared away before an actual 8 p.m. start time. I am going to record it on my own Zoom. So don't worry about a recording. I'll make sure I get that to whoever needs it. But if you have a team that you invited tonight, if you have friends who said they were going to watch the call, let them know that it's only going to be streamed via the Facebook group.
Yeah, that nobody else can get into because you have to be a Beachbody person, or you have to be like, they have to let you into this group. So your customer would not be able to watch this. All those people... This is a slap in the face to all of their downline who had reached out and talked to people about listening to this opportunity. It's like, oh, well, we're just going to stream in the group then and tell your prospects to basically suck it up. Oh, thank you, Eloise. I'm listening a little bit while I'm doing the the nighttime prep. I was like, what's the right time prep? Have to sleep. I hope you have delicious, restful sleep and that you don't wake up a million times. Thank you, Deanna. All right.
They're not in the Facebook group. It's okay. They can watch the recording later. I was really hoping to see some faces
Hi,
and to have
Anastasia.
some kind of interaction tonight on the call, but unfortunately, technology is not working in my favor. And honestly, it's a really great way to start this call because
Yeah.
it's so interesting that I think after a while in this business, we see someone, a leader, someone with,
I appreciate her lack of filler words. I appreciate that. Well, I mean, I kind of would have loved for her to have said, like, oh my gosh, I'm talking and I was on mute. Like, can anyone else relate? Has that happened to anyone else in Zoom? But I mean, it's however you want to deal with it. That's fine.
titles next to their names, Legacy Club, Superstar Diamond, what have you, in whatever business, right? And you automatically think or have just sort of a feeling that maybe the business just comes more naturally to them, or maybe it's just easier for them. Or,
Okay, let me say this. The elephant in the room is if you are not beautiful and you're not aesthetic looking like Bonnie, and people don't naturally want to flock to you, what are those people supposed to do? How are those people supposed to reach out? How do you actually develop good marketing and sales tactics if the person is not aesthetic like her and doesn't wear makeup and doesn't have perfectly done hair and isn't a size 2? What do you do then?
they're at the point where they have help.
I'm sorry, I'm stopping this a lot. I say that to say, like, it is easier for them. It is easy for people like Lindsay Matway and Emily Favre and Bonnie Engle. Oh, yes, I love earplugs, except I sleep in these a lot. I tried some loops. They cancel the noise okay, but I have to. Normally, I sleep in these and do like a sound, like a rain sound from YouTube or something. Thank y'all for joining.
Help and things aren't hectic and the business is more convenient because they've made it their life, right? If you're guilty of thinking those things, I am guilty of thinking those things.
You're a 15 freaking star diamond. What are you talking about? You're guilty of thinking those things. You've done the thing. You are at the top of the pyramid. You make a lot of money off of your downline.
And I want to tell you guys tonight that this was possibly the worst night for me to have this call for a group of 3,000 people. Possibly the worst night. I have 3 children, and tonight and today happen to fall all of their end of school year activities. And
the loop ones are nice though, because you can still hear, like, if your kid comes up to you and like needs to wake you up or something, or you can hear like a fire alarm going off because they have a hole. I'd show you, but they're on my wallet that has been misplaced. There's a hole in them. Like, there's a plug for your ear and then there's a hole. And so it just muffles the sound, but it doesn't cut all the sound away.
Solo trying to get 2 kids into bed while my daughter is off at cheerleading, make dinner. My youngest daughter is screaming in her bedroom because I typically rock her for about 45 minutes. My son fell. He's in the other room with a late night snack and a movie. And I couldn't log into the Zoom. My dogs are freaking out downstairs, getting stuff off the counter. It is not convenient for us either. It is not convenient for us either.
I'm sure you make it convenient for you, though, because you make a shit ton of money in Beachbody. Hi, Karina. Yes. Monica Del Coro says, DC, that's when they start telling you to fix your mindset. That's when they start to get you, you know? They start to change you into something you're not. There's a free video for the rain sounds that I listen to on YouTube, and it's 10 hours long if anyone needs help going to sleep. Oh, good. Yeah, it works well. I wish there was an option that I could plug my ears and still not hear my breathing. That's why I like to use a noise canceling headphone instead. but I wear loops when I go out in public.
And I think we fall into this kind of cycle, this burnout cycle, which I'm going to talk about tonight, of, constantly playing the victim, not only playing the victim in our own business.
But there are such things as victims and survivors. So what are you saying? We're going to be a victim in your business? Maybe y'all are just not good teachers. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to unlock. Is this it? Let me just... Sorry. I have a black line on the side and I'm trying to get it away. I'm sorry I'm like this. Like, I know it's annoying to stop and fix this. I just have a hard time focusing when I can't think when I keep seeing something, if that makes sense.
But having a victim mentality and putting these other people on pedestals where we think they don't have the same struggles that we have. This night was not easy for me to come on here and do this call. And I'm so disappointed that I don't have the Zoom to be able to see y'all. So what I want to set precedence wise for this call is I want to strip any kind of, oh, it's easier for her because she has more followers, or, well, sure, she makes this paycheck, so therefore she doesn't get no's, or, well, yeah, she has a great transformation, so it's easy for her to hit Success Club. Everybody has something that somebody else doesn't have, right? And if we constantly are in this...
Okay, what are sleep buds? They're expensive AF, but absolutely not sponsored. Oh, absolutely worth it, but not sponsored. Oh my God. Those sound incredible. Sleep buds on wish list. Yes. You're influencing us all, word nerd. Yes, and this is a great point. And this is a hard thing, like, to process through when you know things are hard for other people. Like, you can still be a victim of something or a survivor of something, and when someone else has it tougher. Absolutely. Maya Baggins, I love your name so much. I can't help it. They're bows? Okay, we'll take a look. I can't afford them right now, but I will take a look. If all of that is going on in your home, maybe get the flippity flop off of here and take care of your kids and pets. Maybe her husband is babysitting the kids. Isn't that the cool thing to call it, instead of your spouse or your wife? I think she's married to a man, but isn't that the term that they're using? Like, oh, it's so sweet, they're babysitting our kids. Isn't it your kid? Yes, then you're not babysitting.
State of, it's easy for you, you know more, you can do more, I'm at a lower level than you, then we will never move forward. So I tell you my behind the scenes tonight so that you know it is absolutely a mess over here, okay? It is never easy. It's never convenient. It's about pushing through even though the circumstances are not ideal. So
another encouragement to push through and to silence your inner dialogue, if you have an inner dialogue, or your core values of saying, maybe you need to keep your kids safe, maybe you need to keep your pets safe, maybe you need to stay healthy, but oh no, push through it, push through the pain, push through whatever, the injury, push through the doctor's orders so that you can still recruit people into body. What kind of, again, as a kid, we sacrificed a lot of time with my dad, ex-Cal, because he's always been a hard worker. He's always worked really long hours. And I will tell you that what does a messaging like what she's doing say to your kids, that something is more important than them? Well, sure, this is her business, but it's also taking advantage of other people. Nope, it's not babysitting, it's parenting. Yep. The top 8 MLM leaders seem to constantly need to sell the image of being busy. It's gaslighting. Absolutely, William. It is. It's like, look at all the stuff I'm doing. If you have something that's going on, you better figure it out. It's also, and I know, with other leaders who are exploiting their terminal diagnosis to get people to sign up for all their businesses, that's twisty as heck too. And it's also a form of gaslighting, because they're going to say, well, I'm doing this with stage 4 cancer. Why can't you do this if you have a cold?
I'm going to talk to you guys tonight about possibly one of my favorite topics. And I went back and forth about the topic for tonight several times, because I've been having so many thoughts lately. I've been having so many thoughts about our network and the world right now, and sort of this whole conversation around, we're in an interesting era right now, right? We've got everybody's eyes on social selling, on side hustles.
I will tell you this, and as directly as I can put it, being in a multi-level marketing company is not social selling. It's not. You're a independent contractor moving product for a company that makes a profit when you buy volume from them right off the bat. And then the other part of the money that they use to pay off the commissions. It's not social selling.
So funny. I was at my daughter's VPK graduation today, and a couple was sitting behind us, and their parents were there. So the child's grandparents, and the grandfather said something like, "Oh my gosh, put your phone down. What are you, side hustling like a true millennial?" And I thought it was so funny, because millennials have sort of gotten this title of constant side hustlers, right? And we've entered this era where everybody wants to be a social seller, have a side hustle. They want to link Amazon products.
It's not just a choice for some people. Some people are barely making it, and they have multiple jobs, or they work really hard to get maybe a fraction of what they need. And so they have to work 3, 4, 5 jobs, because sometimes a full-time isn't available. Or like what my dad did, he was working when it was just me and my sister and we were little, like 2 and 3 or 1 and 2, my dad would work all day, and then he'd go work his pizza job at night delivering food to make ends meet. And it's just comes, maybe it's like rubbing me the wrong way that she's saying this, like, oh, it's just a fun little hobby giving us hundreds of dollars a month, and trying to get people to sign up so you can make some of that money back. Like, it doesn't really communicate that she has any respect for people working a second or third job. And another great point. But she has a point. Put your phone down and be in the moment with your daughter. Indeed. Yes, StreamGoat does thank y'all for your sacrifice of licking the stream.
Lick the stream.
And we also have Solar Bear. Thank you so much. I hope that's a less annoying way for like asking for a like, but that's what I do.
Products. They want to be on Like to Know It. They want to join a company like ours. It is it.
Welcome.
Right now.
This is Bonnie Engle, former 15-star diamond. Several times she got into the top 5. She is a big-time leader in body. And we are listening to this training that is twisty. And we're only 6 minutes in. But when you're a business owner, the buck stops with you. There's no upline, downline, sideline. And correct. Shadow, hello. If I miss saying hi to anybody, hello. Thank y'all for being here. We're just chilling and watching. What are y'all drinking? I'm drinking the rest of my Powerade slushie I got yesterday. Because it's... Oh, you can't hear it. There's still ice in the bottom. And the superior thing about a slushie, like a Powerade slushie, is that it's already diluted in terms of the ice has a concentrated flavor, so it's all melted. So, like, you can drink it for days.
Time where it is no longer taboo to be in a company like ours. It is no longer taboo to have success for yourself from home.
I'm working while listening to the stream. Carolyn J says this. I work for one of the food delivery apps and I just sorry, I shouldn't cover my mouth. Sorry. I'll reread it. Sorry. Oh my gosh, what's going on? There we go. There we go. Okay. So Carolyn J said, I'm working while listening to the stream. I work for one of the food delivery apps and I just realized that the menu I am working on is an Herbalife cafe. There are medical claims on the menu. What? Oh my God. This is me being shocked. Shocked Pikachu. Oh my God. Just water. I love how good y'all are. I love it so much. Making an iced espresso to drink with my mouth. Thank you for the clarification. We all need these clarifications going forward because of the enema series that we didn't ever want to see. What are you drinking? Tea. Love that. I'm watching from Scotland. Welcome. I know. I haven't seen you in live for so long. How are you? It always makes me so happy when I see people coming back. That's awesome. Welcome. Probably have tea later. Yep.
Pretty much everybody works from home, right? But we're also living in this time where it's become really popular and sexy and cool to say that hustling is bad and to say that hustling is not necessary.
Oh my God, screenshot me. Oh my God, how did this happen? I will say this. Life is freaking short. And if you have the opportunity to spend time with your family, I would take it. And if you actually get along and your family's safe to hang out with, or your friends. That's all people are saying with hustle culture. Hustling to what end? And it's sometimes people don't have a choice but to hustle because they have to make the minimum amount to just survive in the world. She's saying like, oh, we just need to, whatever. She's saying like, oh, people are against hustling. No, they're just people realizing life's short and they want to spend time with the people they care about.
And I think we've really gotten the wrong idea of this anti-hustle culture, right? We see these really pretty reels of people, sipping tea, overlooking a valley. And the text kind of says, let's normalize, relaxing and taking time for yourself. And then there's another reel that's like, oh, I quit my business because the hustle really burned me out. And let's sign up for my training and I'll tell you how not to hustle. I'm going to tell you what's really behind this anti-hustle culture.
Tell us. We're just riveted. We're on the edge of our seats. Oh, not too late. We're only 7 minutes into the video and I've been pausing a lot. I know. The notifications are twisty. And I know I don't do a good job of saying like, I'm going live. I'm more of like, I'm live and I forgot to post the thumbnail. So, because I don't know. I probably need to get better at that, but I'm not good at it right now.
They are taking advantage of you. What's behind the influencer who's in the Napa Valley doing a video about relaxing and drinking a glass of wine? She's crying after her reel because she's broke and doesn't have any money and doesn't know how she's going to afford to get home. But she's posting a reel for likes and comments because she knows that that's very popular right now.
Who does that? At least name drop so we can look for ourselves at the primary source and look at the information that doesn't have your bias in the way. And look, that's why I try to react to something in its entirety if I can, if I don't end up getting sick, because y'all can watch it for yourself. And these are just my thoughts and opinions, and it's a reaction video. So there's a dog barking, but someone is in there. Both of my parents are home, and both of their friends who are home are here, and so is There's people in the other room.
Taken advantage of. Hustle culture, anti-hustle culture is also people trying to sell their courses to you. People prying on the fact that they know.
Prying? I'm not trying to be... I'm not very much an auditory person. Like, there's no graphs here. I'm just listening to someone. So when there's strange words that come in, it throws me through a loop. And so I'm not trying to shade someone for the way they speak. Maybe she meant praying? Yes. Yep. Exactly, Lynn. Or maybe she's actually on a vacation from her actual job where she earned the money to pay for her vacation.
That it is easy to get burnt out when you're working for yourself, just as easy as it is to get burnt out when you're working for someone. But the catch is, when you're burnt out working for yourself, you are much more likely to purchase a course, to pay money for personal development, to get to that next level. You are being taken advantage of with this anti-hustle culture.
What? She was so close to the point, and then we diverted. We have gone off the road. She could have said you're being taken advantage of, these coaches who are learning to be coaches who coach others on how to coach. And if you like that, if you are interested in that kind of content, follow Danielle Ryan, because she debunks the hell out of these courses. But basically, Bonnie is saying that if you're not working hard, you're doing it wrong, and you should be working hard if you're on my downline.
Now, what I will say is there is a very strict difference between hustle and hard freaking work. And any leader will get on here and tell you that they didn't get where they are by not hustling and relaxing and not paying attention to goals and not doing the actual work. But, and this is a big but, hustle and hard work can look exactly the same from the outside. It can look like constantly being on your phone.
As someone who has grown up and worked in like pretty like laborious jobs before I got my marketing job. And then in my marketing job, we solely were working with construction companies, plumbers, electricians, contractors, lawyers, investment people, whatever it's called. And those people are doing hard work. Okay. Like physical labor, AC installers. Oh my God. That's hard work. Being on your phone. And this is just me. Talking on the phone. Sure. Not my favorite. Cold messaging people is not hard work. Last time I checked, these coaches love to blame people's hardships on them not working hard enough. Yep. Hello, Marianne. Yes, lady, go work on an aircraft carrier and you can tell me what I need to do during my vacation. GTFO. Yeah, especially this.
Constantly, having to leave your family, feeling like all day long you've been working, but no actual work actually came out of that, right? Hustle.
Please don't. Can I just say this? Another pet peeve. Why are you saying right at the end of your sentences? There's no feedback. It's just her talking, just like I'm doing a monologue, but there is a live chat. It feels a little bit manipulative for her to say something and then go, right. It's not a punctuation. Just fully stop and go on to your next point.
And hard work, from an outsider's perspective, looks the same, right? Your coach comes to you. Why aren't you at Success Club? What are you doing? I don't know. I've been doing all the things. I'm working so hard. I'm on social media constantly. My husband and I are getting in fights. People keep saying, no, I don't understand. Does this feel familiar? Anybody?
Well, if there's actual strain on a partnership, that's pretty meaningful. having experienced the strain that an MLM can take on a partnership with someone that you care about, and that partnership almost ending because of this impact, that's a meaningful thing if someone's coming to you and saying, hey, I am in a tumultuous situation. I'm mentally and emotionally drained. The person that I care about the most, we're fighting. That's meaningful feedback in a job situation.
Everything I'm going to say tonight on this call, I have done, I have learned from. This is not me accusing you. This is me being self-aware enough to recognize my own mistakes in my business and hoping that you can learn from that. And number one lesson is I fell victim to the anti-hustle culture.
She did? She fell victim? I'm going to say this again. Some people don't have the luxury of being able to choose if they could spend more time with their family because they're working a job that is keeping their family housed and clothed and healthy. Some people don't have that luxury to say whatever she's saying. Night, Lynn. Have a wonderful sleep. Oh, good night, everyone. And remember, you matter. Your feelings matter. You are enough. Lynn, you're incredible.
I fell victim to the anti-hustle culture because you know what it did? It gave me an out. It gave me an excuse to say, you know what? I'm going to burn myself out. I'm going to step away from that right now. You know what? I've got 7 days left to hit Success Club. I'm just too burnt out. It's too crazy. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to reevaluate. I'm going to relax. I'm going to pour into me.
Ma'am? Can I honestly ask y'all, I'm sure nobody from Beachbody or Body is going to watch this. Can I ask you, what good is coming from listening to calls like this if you're fully bought into the idea that multi-level marketing is the answer and Body is the answer? I will tell you, good leaders don't do this. They don't. And you could say, well, I don't have an out. I've been in too long. I don't know what to do. That is you're in a tough spot. You are in a tough spot. I'm just saying, like, there's better opportunities out there than Body, and you don't deserve whatever this is. Paying for the privilege of getting yelled at by a top earner who makes a crap ton of money. And they make a crap ton of money because you're in the downline and you are contributing to her volume every single month.
But the truth is, are you actually working? Are you actually doing the hard, consistent work? And are you smart enough to self-evaluate instead of playing the victim in your business and realize that the success and the failure in your business rests in you?
I can see your comment, Jenny.
Not your upline, not your business.
Oh no, go back. I got
not the people who are buying from you, nothing else. And it's very popular right now. I know a lot of coaches are saying, well,
yes, Jenny, hold on.
I really want to.
I'm reading very slowly, Jenny. You're not blocked. DC, can you see my comments? Did I get blocked? You did not get blocked. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm doing a bad job of reading. So let me find your messages. Oh, and I saw this one, and whoops, is this? Why do I have I'm sorry, I'm distracted again. This is probably why I should do pre-recorded content. Okay, we're back, and I see I bought 40-ounce blush pink version of your cup. Send me pictures on Instagram. This is a purple. It's kind of getting keyed out, but purple is one of my favorite colors. And blue. I'm having water. Hustling people is what's wrong. Yes. Sorry about that. I'm just reading slow as hell today. I'm so excited about your cup. Okay.
To link Amazon products, or I really want to sell this or that instead of this. And I will tell you something. I'm going to tell you an example. It's going to hit you so hard. Okay. it's not about.
No, I always want to know when y'all get something cute because, like, I want to celebrate with you. So I appreciate you letting me know that I was missing comments. I saw the victim blaming a mile away. Rhiannon, you're not wrong. You were totally right. Yes, if you need to hop out. Lives only, DC. I'm sorry, this lady is pissing me off even more than JLW. And again, the wild thing is that she is a top pyramid performer. She makes a lot of money. 15-star diamond means I think she has 15 separate business centers. So when you look at the Beachbody income disclosure, it's even twistier because they're saying like each diamond's the average is this income, but they're not taking into account that person has 15 different businesses. So the income disclosure is lower, I think, than what these people are actually making. And if you don't understand business centers, Amy does a lot of videos on Beachbody, and she broke down the compensation plan. But knowing this and knowing how they stack strategically, it makes the income disclosure even worse.
What you're selling. It's about how you're selling it, what your energy and belief is around what you're selling. I use my social media for many things. I use it for products that I like. I obviously use it for my body business. I have been doing this business for 9 years. I absolutely live it and love it. I breathe fitness. I am a body blue, true and true to the end. On my social media, there is no question that I work for a health and fitness company, and that's what I offer people.
Sweet. That's awesome.
I also link products that I like. And there is a product that I often link, and here, this is just an example, that I often link.
No, there's not a personality type. I'm late. Hello, Chelsea. There's not a certain, I don't think. I think people who have a lot of charisma and who are beautiful or handsome or whatever the correct term is, aesthetically pleasing, and people want to be around them and they have that parasocial connection. They want to sign up with Beachbody. I think that helps her, obviously. Oh, yeah. No. I don't want anyone, like, if you're in the chat, like, and you think you're blocked, always ask. Seriously, always ask. Oh, Lynn. I know Lynn's not here, but I almost spilled my cup just now. Oh my God. Sorry.
And it is a mop/vacuum. Okay. Big seller, 23,000 5-star reviews on Amazon. People love it. And about 2 weeks ago, I realized, oh man, I haven't talked about the mop vacuum in a really long time. And I've got a lot of people watching my stories. If I post
look, a prime opportunity to take advantage of my followers. I'm going to post this because I'm getting a lot of views.
About the mop vacuum, I know that a ton of people are going to order this mop vacuum. So I make this whole post. I take the time. I go on Amazon. I get some screenshots. I do a whole Canva thing. I have to figure out like to know it. I go and post it, and I wait the full day, the 24 hours until the story's gone, and I log into Amazon. Not a single purchase. There was 1,200 clicks on this mop/vac. 1,200 leads. Okay. Think about if
you know why that you didn't get any purchase through that? Because if you don't put the link correctly in your Instagram, and they have to go to like it to know it and then click on that, and is it going to take them to their browser? Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it takes them to their web browser on their phone. They're not logged into Amazon on the web browser of their phone, so they say, okay, this is what it's called. I'm going out to my app and I'm going to buy the mop. You've set yourself up for failure because you don't know how social media works.
You posted do you want to join my challenge group? And you had 1,200 people say yes and click on that link. You'd be like, woohoo, I'm about to hit Success Club 5,000. This is awesome. And no one checked out. You would.
Seriously, if you look at affiliate links, look at your own behavior. Like, it's a way to do it better for your customer. When they click on a link, you want it to take them to a spot where they can easily check out, and they can't do that a lot of times here. Yes.
Throw a table, your hair would be on fire. You would be like, this business is awful. I'm throwing in the towel. Yes, yes, or yes, right? And that's often what happens to us in this business. So I thought to myself, I got discouraged. I was like, this is bullshit.
I want to take advantage of my viewers, and now I'm going to get really upset that no one wants to buy from me. Could you be asking more intelligent marketing questions? I think yes. Is your audience priced out of the shit that you are linking in your stories? Maybe so. Maybe you are sharing large items so you get more of a commission and that you are not getting a sale because it's too expensive. What? Could that be the case? It's more difficult than that, William, because there's other programs that you can get that will transform your link to open up within the app. Again, Amazon's tricky because if you're not logged into your browser on Safari on your phone, then you can't easily click and then say checkout now. You just can't.
What is wrong with people? This mop vacuum is awesome. And I thought to myself, okay, if I realistically look at my output over the past several months, the last time I posted about this was around Christmas, Thanksgiving time. If I realistically look at my output, I went back in my archives. I did like one or two silent like vacuuming stories, like, oh, best mop ever.
How are you doing?
Haha, love it. And it's interesting because as the months went on, it kind of got less and less. And I was like, no one wants to see me mopping, right? I feel like a broken record. And I thought to myself, I'm going to do experiments.
Y'all, look at this. There's pearl parties going on right underneath me. Oh my God. Why is Facebook recommending this? But I want to watch. Royal Legacy Pearls. Purses and Pearls. Oh my Lanta. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry, I'm distracted.
Experiment right now. And over the next couple
Hi,
days,
Sam. Hi, Igor.
I talked more and more and more about the mop vacuum. I showed myself vacuuming. I showed myself talking to my daughter about it. She's like, oh my gosh, Mom, you mop and vacuum so much. I'm sick of hearing about it.
Yes.
And it was over a 7-day.
Yes, and if they are configured correctly, my phone asks me how I want to open the links I click on, like the Amazon app or in the browser. Yes, and a lot of the influencers I've seen recently when I've gone and said, oh, is this an affiliate link? It pulls me into like the web browser within Instagram, and then that pulls up Amazon. So it's not giving me a choice. And I think that's on their end from what I understand. Mop. Yeah, we could have looked at her mopping. Yep, it's not just buying something and that'll be the end of it. No, I'll bet the hun would harass me to join her downline. They are not content with just making a retail sale. I will definitely add it to the stream because I enjoy the pearl parties. I'm going to finish this stream and then we can figure life out.
Period. Talked about different facets of it, talked about the 5-star reviews, etc. I posted the link again. 3 people ordered it. And I thought, okay, 3's better than none. And it was still 1,200 clicks. And a couple days go by. I talk about the vacuum again. I talk about the vacuum again. And I post the link again. And on the 3rd time, 12 people ordered the mop vacuum. Now, this is just an example of persistence, consistency.
Oh, hello. Thank you.
The fact that no matter what
Igor
product or service you are offering,
thank you.
If you are in any kind of sales, whether it is health and fitness or a mop vacuum, You have to be consistent enough so that people can see the value that it will add to their life.
We'll do it.
Through
do it.
Your life. Okay. And here's the difference that starts to happen. Here is where I start to see this resistance or this kind of brick wall that coaches seem to hit about social selling. And they start to place blame on, oh, it's the company, it's the product, it's health and fitness, it's no one has the money. I've already talked to everyone. I don't have the people to join my team. I need to expand my network. I need more followers. I'm working too much and taking time away from my family. Those are all easy outs for someone who does not have the correct energy, belief, and passion behind what they are selling. It takes a person 7 to 9 times to see, feel, and believe what you are talking about in order to make a purchase. And if you are focused on gaining...
The issue here for me is that people need actual tangible sales skills to be able to sell a service or a good. And do we learn how to sell in Beachbody? No. What are we selling? The body platform, the Beachbody On Demand Interactive with the workouts. And then you're also having to buy super expensive shakes. I get what she's saying, like you have to warm up the market, but they're not even telling people how to warm up their market. They're just saying you're a hater, you're not working hard enough. Oh, super sticker, Christina, a pile of poop with a face. Thank you, Christina. That's awesome. I wish that Ecamm showed it up correctly, but we're going to be able to see it in the live chat if y'all are watching on YouTube. Thank you, Christina. That's super generous. To scoff at the team under you that what they're saying is invalid, it's just sloppy. It's sloppy leadership.
More followers. If you are not closing the people who are already following you, there is no way that you will close people who are not yet following you.
Okay, but can I also say this? Sometimes if you've grown an Instagram account and people are looking for your account for what you've done in the past, you can't just pivot easily into a new category. And the community that you have cultivated with your old Instagram stuff, you then have to see if those people are still going to be involved if you pivot into Beachbody. And maybe you're not going to be able to convert any of those originals into the new topic. Oh, how do you actually do that? Bonnie's not going to tell us. It's not an automatic given that if you have people following you, that they're going to buy something from you. There's no way. Oh, pair character doing a classic mic drop. Oh my gosh, Monica, thank you. That's so generous. Thank you so much. Body is selling mops now. No, she's doing her social selling pitch, and we're sick of it.
And I want you to really hear me when I say that. I want you to really hear me.
She's like making a fist at us.
I want you to hear when I say, if you're not closing your friends and family.
What kind of, okay, I know we're not doing body language, but like, this is terrifying. She's doing that right now. I would say this. That is maybe not the language or the body language or the hand signs that you want when you're on someone's downline.
If you are not closing people who are already in your sphere of influence, then you cannot, absolutely not close a cold market lead when they come to follow you. And if that is what you are focused
on, marketing is so much more dynamic than how she's doing it, and then she's confusing people who are listening. There absolutely is a way to grow your community online, and it's not like this.
That will lead to a terrible feeling of hustle. Nope. And will lead you to get taken advantage of this anti-hustle culture, which will get you nowhere very fast. So I want to talk to you guys about the difference in the word hustle versus the word hard work. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you're on this call, I appreciate you because you're taking time out of your life in order to get somewhere. So I know that this means that you're committed, right? If you agree, say I in the comments.
If you agree, say I in the comments. This is another tactic because when you're looking, I've been the person in the group before that did not buy buy the pitch for something, and you're looking around and you're saying, is there something wrong with me because everyone else is raising their hands? This happened to me in school when I was in art history. And she showed us a picture of a toilet at the beginning of the art history class, at the beginning of the semester. And she said, by the end of the semester, this is going to look like art to you. And I said, okay, but I didn't believe it. And as we were learning about like these beautiful paintings and sculptures that are super old and everything, and I'm leaning more into the idea that doing art, like, it can take on many different forms, but am I going to view the toilet as art? No. Mid-semester, still didn't view the toilet as art. End of the semester, every single buddy in the room raised their hands that, yes, this is art now. And I'm like, I still don't think it's art. And I have an open mind to consider it. And that's fine. But you're nervous. You know, whether you agree with me or not about the toilet, that's fine. But it's nerve-wracking when you're seeing 100 students around you raising their hand that they think it's art now. And you're the only one that's not. So she's saying in this chat, drop a 1 if you agree. And then those people who don't agree are watching how many other people are supporting her and her messaging. And they're like, well, maybe I just need to do more self-development so I can understand how we're all in the same brainwave together.
But I also don't want you to fall into the trap of you don't have to work hard for this.
Okay, that's fine. Y'all can disagree with me. I just don't think it is. Oh my God.
This business. And maybe you came in under the perception of, I'm going to work in the cracks of my day, or I'm going to, have this side hustle. Tonight in this entrepreneur church, this is where your side hustle dies.
This is where your side hustle dies? Tonight in this entrepreneur church? What happened? Oh my God, I didn't know this call was going to be this bad. Oh, I know exactly which exhibit you're talking. I'm sorry, I'm just not a good art student. I'm not. I know exactly which exhibit you're talking about, DC. I studied in art history in university. Oh my God, I can't believe she did that.
And your business actually comes to life. If you treat it like a side hustle, it will pay you like a side hustle. Hear that again. If you treat it like a side hustle, it will pay you like a side hustle. Tonight,
I treated my MLMs like a full-time job, and they did not pay me like a full-time job. What? And they're going to say, well, what did you do? In Mary Kay, I was working between 40 and 60 hours a week on Mary Kay, and I was selling a lot, but I was also reinvesting what my upline told me to do so I could have a full freaking inventory. When you're driving all over to go to your leads to do skincare parties, and you're meeting with the founders of businesses so you can set up appreciation stuff, you're following up with your contacts, and within those skincare parties you're getting new contacts, and you're whatever, and then you're prepping for all of your parties, and then you're reordering stuff because you're running out of it when you're doing these parties. These people are doing a hell of a lot of work. And she says, no, they're not. You're treating it like a hobby. So blah, blah, blah.
We are going to talk about ditching the word hustle, dissing the anti-hustle culture. And we are going to talk about how you are going to passionately and purposefully social sell our products that we know can change lives with hard work. Okay. You cannot be missing goals. You cannot be missing deadlines. You cannot be missing these things, but there is a way to go about it that is hard work instead of hustle, right? So when we think about, the root of why hustle feels bad for us, or why we think we're getting this message really skewed, anti-hustle culture is not about not hard work. I would never, ever, and I pray that you didn't come into this business this way, say to anybody, you can come in and be super successful and not work at all.
Have you listened to your Beachbody pitches from your team? No? They always say you have to work hard, but they always say that you have to work hard, but, and then it does paint a picture that there is actual potential movement and availability to earn a lot of money in Beachbody. We've heard that on tons of opportunity calls. You should know what your team is saying.
This is a business of hard work because it is a business of a lot of gain. If you are given much, you are expected much from, right? So we have to go into it with the belief and passion that
to whom much is given much is required. What is that, a Bible verse? I wish I knew my Bible better. Is this a Bible verse? Indeed. Luke 12:48. But I think this was in the context of, I don't know, Bible stuff? Okay, it's from Luke 12:48. Bible Gateway, what's up? Oh, here's all of the different translations. But the one who did not know and did what deserved a beating will receive a light beating. Everyone to whom much was given, of him him much will be required, and from him to whom they entrusted very much, they will demand the more. This isn't about this verse is not about MLMs. Sorry to burst your bubble, Bonnie.
if I give more, I will get more. And I am a prime example of the fact that that works for this business. So when we feel like I'm in a cycle of burnout, right, it's typically from a place of lack. It's typically in this cycle of, oh my gosh, I've just woken up to my business. There's 7 days to Success Club. I don't have any conversations going because I took 3 weeks off because I was so burnt out from hitting Success Club last month that I needed those weeks off. And now I've got to repeat the cycle again, only to be burnt out for the following month. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt like I'm constantly just snapping out of it and waking up and trying to hustle and push? You're working for a little return in the moment. That's what that icky kind of feeling that people have given the word hustle to on social media, even though it's the wrong hustle, right?
This is what the definition is, but it's wrong. It's just wrong. If you've looked at the BITE model ever, you can see that in some of the categories like behavior, information, thought, and emotional control, there's something that they end up doing. They're making up their own definitions for their own words, and that's in one of the control groups. Just warm and fuzzy over here.
Versus the feeling of hard work. When you're coming at this business from a feeling of hard work, you're pushing your limits. You're challenging your beliefs. You're pursuing frustration. You're challenging frustration. Every single day in my business, I am frustrated. I had 3 people that I've been talking to forever say no to me today. You don't think that that's frustrating for me 9 years in? But 9 years in.
9 years? So you got in basically when Beachbody turned from a TV ad company to a multi-level marketing company, maybe just a few years after?
And I'm able to challenge my frustrations. How can I enter this conversation differently? How can I scroll through and amend what I said and reach this person better? It is all a learning experience. And when you're working from a hard work perspective, you are committed to the process, not the results. Hear me.
You need to measure what you want in a company and see if what you're doing is getting that, because if you are continuing to lose money, you shouldn't have to keep doing that. You should not.
You are committed to the process, not the results. Because if you are not finding joy in the process, if you are not bringing energy to every conversation, if you are not bringing belief to the people you are talking to about joining your team or joining your challenge group, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not closing anybody.
What?
So this root, right? We have to get to, just like in holistic medicine, they talk about getting to the root of the issue, right?
How did we end up in pseudoscience land? We're talking about holistic health now.
You can't just put some medicine on it, put a Band-Aid on it. Oh, hit Success Club, call this person and that.
Sometimes putting medication on something does fix it. Shocker. I guess we were not talking about that. Okay.
Person and the other and make it happen, which is all well and good and necessary sometimes in our business, right? To
hope
prove
it does
ourselves
taste better.
to get to that next level. I've done it all. But we have to get to the root of why you feel like that in your business. And the root of why we feel hustle is scarcity.
Oh.
It is a true feeling.
I'm happy to keep covering her. She just did this training a few days ago. If you're just listening to this video, Rachel D said, "I'm so here for this. Bonnie was someone I looked up to when I was in." I'm glad you're out. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to be covering Bonnie more because holy moly.
Feeling of scarcity, a feeling of scarcity of there's not enough people to sign up. There's not enough money, right? I don't have enough money, or scarcity of time. I don't have enough time to be successful. Like I said in the beginning of this call, we can have a scarcity mindset towards our business in many ways. I have a scarcity of success. I feel like I don't know if I fit in at the top. There's a scarcity for me, a feeling of.
You don't know if you fit in at the top? You mean you don't have a huge downline? I guess I don't understand. And maybe like I don't know if I have imposter like syndrome, whatever it's called. Because I'm just here. When I was working, I would just treat people the same, whether they were rich or they were not, or they were whatever, super successful or they were not. So her saying like, I don't know if I fit at the top. I don't know how to empathize with that because I don't experience that. I can think through it and like, I don't know. Maybe I do. Is this law of attraction crap? I think it's law of attraction / holistic health / raging / we're in trouble, you know? She's still talking, Shelby. I'm sorry. I sped her up, though.
That. And that's the root of that feeling of burnout. And that
we're punching people cycle, again.
Right? And when you're coming at things from a root of scarcity, there's a lot of emotional highs and lows in your business. One day you're feeling great because you had someone sign up, and the next day you have a team member quit, and all of a sudden you're throwing in the towel.
And that's because Beachbody is not a company with a compensation plan that works for everyone. The few people at the top get wealthy, and it's a grind every single day when you're in multi-level marketing. And it's especially a grind with Body, formerly Beachbody, because the stock price is in the tank. And there's so many videos out there that people can search and find out the real deal of Beachbody that they may not want to join. Ooh. Hope you get something good to eat, Trail of Debris. What if you're atheist or another religious? I don't think they give a flip. I do not. I think they're just like, I'm a Christian and this is what I believe and we're all doing this. So I'm not sure. Oh my God, Danielle has a live tonight. Let's see what time it's going to be live. What time is it? 4:44? Hold on. I just love... Oh, Julie Joe's going to go live at 7. Heather's going live tomorrow. Where's Danielle? No, Danielle Ryan. I'm super excited about that. Notify me. Oh, 9 p.m. We were not going to be able to raid her because I can't stream for that long. Sugar fixed it. It's really good. Awesome, Hermit. We'll raid somebody else if we can. I'm gonna be watching that if I'm awake. I don't want to like your
crying
video.
To your husband about how it'll never work and you'll never be successful. Does this sound familiar at all? Can I have some comments? Is this anything you've experienced as an entrepreneur in this business or in another? When you're operating from that root of scarcity, it trickles into every conversation. A scarcity of, if I don't close this right now, they'll never come back. Or a scarcity of, oh my gosh, I have to hit.
Danielle Ryan is my, I stream with her a lot. She has a channel. She debunks coaching scams, and she also covers anti-MLM sometimes, and she gives general business advice. Here's her channel. Oh, I'm sorry, Squid. So Nightbot should be putting the link in. This is the link for Danielle's channel. She's a great follow. One of her videos just has blown up recently, and she is at 4,500 subscribers now, which is incredible. Her how much money I made on YouTube has, I think it's gonna probably hit 100,000 views. And she and I stream a lot together, so she's a really good follow in my opinion. Like, because I've interacted with her and I watch her content. Okay.
Success Club. So the desperation in me is coming out, right? Instead of approaching the business from a perspective of I am committed.
I am going to start doing maybe a stream once a month where we look at other people's accounts and try to promote people, and I'm happy to promote people who watch my channel too. So we're going to probably be doing that like once a month. Yeah, she's great. She actually helps like people with the ins and outs of things.
To this process that will eventually, without a doubt, get me a result, but I am not living in the moment today. I am living in the future. I know that as I work through this process and stay committed every single day consistently, like I said in the mop vacuum example, I know that it will eventually lead to purchases, to closing the sale, right? And for me, when I'm in a hard work mentality, it's much more fun. I bring a different energy every single day. Your physiology is different, right? When you come
Your physiology is different?
to work, when you go into conversations, when you get a message about the business, you feel invigorated. You feel happy that someone's responding. You're not chasing and hunting and trying to get people to say yes, because they feel the belief from you in this business and in what you have to offer them. And if you're not feeling that belief, you have to get to the root of why you're not feeling that.
Because it's a multi-level marketing company with a broken compensation model where there's lots of people that have to lose so that you at the top can win. That is the struggle in their mind, the struggle of people not want to exploit their friends and their family to sign up with an MLM, but that's all you teach us how to do. That is where the disconnect is, where people are nervous about reaching out because they do not want to violate the trust in their friends or their family. And then we're listening to you here. Oh my gosh, if you're not in the hustle mindset or if you're in the hard work mindset, then you need to figure it out.
When you come from hard work, you're fully responsible for your own success and failure. And a really cool thing happens when you personally feel fully responsible. And it's not the company, and it's not the upline, and it's not, I have 3 kids or I have a full-time job. And you can say to yourself, it is my responsibility to be successful or to fail in this. It opens up your mind to be completely a critical thinker. When you get a no or a not right now, or you miss a goal, you can put your thinking cap on and remove emotion from it. Look at it as data and say to yourself, okay, if I'm going to be a critical thinker right now in my business, how do I solve this problem, right? What could I have done better? How could I have approached this conversation differently? How could I have chatted with this person more?
Maybe not go into a relationship or a cold message that you are long-term interacting with so that they will someday join you in Beachbody. Maybe stop doing that, because one, people can sense it, and then the people who can't sense it, like me, because I think like, oh my gosh, I'm just even grateful that someone is having a conversation because I don't have a ton of friends. So like, it is devastating when those people, those naive kind of people like me, think that someone's actually reaching out because they think like, oh my gosh, we may hit it off. We're going, we might be friends. And then you find out you were a sales target from the beginning. It's devastating.
How could I have created a tighter knit relationship or asked them more correct questions? When you are not operating from a place of disgust and desperation and lack, you have the ability to look at your business consciously and say, okay, that sucked. I didn't hit my goal, but I'm not going to stop, close my computer, not look at it and go away. I'm going to lean into it and say, what could I do better this next month? It's all a constant learning game. It's kind of like I used this example the other day on a mastermind I was on, when you don't want to look at your bank account because you know it's bad, but you have to look at your bank account because you need to, purchase things and go to the store. It's the same kind of feeling. If you miss a goal or you have something that's emotionally negative, you're going to want to avoid it. And the things that you want to avoid in your business is often a signal that those are the things you need to lean into. When you're working.
Okay. If that's a strategy, what then do you do when you lean into the parts that are uncomfortable? If you're talking about going to the root of stuff, why is it difficult that you do not want to reach out? Because you don't want to take advantage of people. Oh, then they're going to say, oh, it's not taking advantage of people. You're just asking, and let them have the opportunity to say yes. And those like really uncomfortable things that you're like, I still don't think this is the right answer. I think this is bad advice, but you feel like you have to follow their advice because they're the leader in the group. And then you end up compromising a core value that you have in whatever, your soul or whatever you think is important. That's where it's coming from. And the lack of empathy from all of these coaches is just wild, that these speed bumps that their team is having are just like, oh, you poor little recruit. You need to figure shit out. Okay.
From a place of hard work, you have set work hours.
Indeed.
And this is really an interesting concept, right?
Welcome
for me,
back.
When I came into this business, I was extremely
long weekend. Let's go. They are struggling. We've listened, the Snark crew and I have listened to their calls where Carl Deichler is getting reamed from their investors. Their stock price is tanking. I know that Q Sciences, the individuals in Q Sciences have been raiding Beachbody teams, and so has Monate. I don't say the company, but the independent contractors with those companies. So they're losing a lot. One coach, I think, lost 9,000 coaches under them.
Really busy. I was busier than I am now as a mom of 3. I was working about 13 hours a day.
Welcome
if you can
back.
believe it. We were in tremendous debt and it was absolutely necessary. And I was that person who would work at my lunch break or after I got home or before I went to work. And it's interesting to me because I actually got way more done when I had all those jobs than I do now that this is my full-time job. But one thing that I was always very good at was when I was working, I was concentrating on working. And an interesting thing happens when you're constantly kind of like squirrel brained. You go to answer something, you go over here, you go back to work, and then you go to answer a question. It takes your brain on average 12 minutes to go from one task to another, to be fully immersed in that other task. So essentially, what you're doing to yourself is you're giving yourself business PTSD all day long. You are waterboarding your business.
People who have gotten in early, like their leaders have to be somewhere in their, they have a strong leg and a weak leg. So it can get deep pretty quickly if you keep stacking and placing people, because the way the strong line and the strong leg and the weak leg work, you put someone and then they split off into 2 for their 2 legs. And then you can stack. Normally, people at the top will stack on the outside of their people underneath them, and they will help build the strong leg. And then you're in charge of the weak leg.
All day long, you're sending signals to your brain that tells your brain, oh my gosh, go over here. Okay, here. Oh, we didn't get to be there. Okay, you got to go here. So you're constantly living in a state of high cortisol attached to your business. What kind of feeling do you think that's going to give your subconscious mind about your business? Your body is going to...
Why do we have to learn about the subconscious mind in our business when they could not be working in Beachbody and not giving hundreds of dollars a month away to Beachbody? I'm just confused.
Pellet, because you, again, personal responsibility is extremely important, right? Personal responsibility would tell you, I need to be better about my time, not I'm too busy to have work hours, or I don't have the lifestyle that can communicate so that I have to work this in the crack of my business. And now if you're a leader and you're listening to this, this is a clue to no longer recruit that way. So you're no longer saying to people, you can work this in the cracks of your life, because you really can't. Okay. And I don't mean that.
She's saying the quiet part out loud. At least we're listening to that. Gotta go. Okay, stay safe, Eclectic Mima. Why do they act like doctors? I don't know.
Not in a negative way. I mean that in a way where if we really want to honor the fact that we're hardworking women achieving highly successful things,
Great question.
We need to treat ourselves with respect when it comes to our business, right? And we need to treat our investors, and this is an interesting term that I heard today, we need to treat our investors with respect. Because right now, who do you think had to take my daughter?
We need to treat our investors with respect. Did Carl yell at them?
To her cheer tryouts, and who do you think is coming home to a mess behind this computer while I'm doing this call for y'all? My husband, who is an investor in my business. And who?
What do you mean your husband's an investor in her business? What is she talking about? I thought she was talking about the actual investors. Y'all, you're a partnership. I'm confused.
Who do you think is sacrificed tonight while I'm doing this call? My children, who are investors in my business.
Oh. What do you... Wrong? Wrong. You can't just use words, then change the meanings of them willy-nilly like that. She's calling her kids investors in her business? What is happening?
In our family business. And how would we treat an investor if we had a brick and mortar and we borrowed money from someone that they were an investor in your company? How would you treat an investor? Would you be honest about the work that you were doing?
Would Carl Deichler be honest with his investors? He wasn't on a few calls ago.
Have to submit clear, concise numbers that were from your business, from the sales from that month? Would you have to be honest about metrics that you were hitting or not hitting? Yes. So why, to our spouses or our children, are we not honest about the help that we need, the work that we're really doing? So that means when your spouse takes time out to watch the kids, are you actually doing money producing activities, or are you?
Come on. If you're in a partnership, y'all are doing stuff together. It's not just, oh, we're going to tag the relief picture. It's my spouse and I'm doing everything else. No, y'all are a freaking team. What are you talking about? Me too, Takara. He was sweating bullets. He absolutely was. I don't think she knows what investors means. I don't think she does either.
Scrolling or chatting with friends or complaining about the business. Are you being honest with your business investors? Are you being true to what you have agreed that they are investing?
This is on 1.25 speed. So she is saying these words even more slowly for impact. Like she's going like this with her I don't know, and it's, thank God, it's sped up.
Investing, it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be someone who's invested money into you. They are investing time and belief and family organizational things. They are the investors in your business. Are you being honest with them?
And I'm going to shame the crap out of everyone on this call. So wait, are your kids... Why did I get so big? Sorry. Technical difficulties. So wait, are your kids giving you their allowance money for your business, or are you trying to confuse people with what investor means when investors aren't happy with body? Indeed. Yeah.
Do you have enough self-evaluation to say, when I sit down for my set work hours that are consistent, and it doesn't have to be, oh, every single day I work it from 5 to 6. You know, I hear the panic, I hear the drama, I hear the stories that you're telling about why you can't do that, right? Are you, when I say consistent, I mean,
when I work every day from 5 to 6, like 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. What?
Are you figuring out every single day what time works best for you at some point in the day? And is that time rather consistent compared to the week, the day, the month before, right? And I really think it's interesting that we have all these things that constantly layer on top of each other about why we can't do it, why I can't have that. That is you being in that root of scarcity.
Oh my God.
I can't have success because I have scarcity of time. I have scarcity of resources. I have scarcity of money.
A real thing?
I can't do that because I have scarcity of what?
A real thing? Or that they just don't have it because it's hard to make a livable wage sometimes? Or there's not even any built in like maternity/paternity leave for people who are having or are able to have children so they can stay home and have time with them because their job doesn't pay for that? Like, what are they going to do? Starve? No. She's like, oh my gosh, you have the money somewhere. Some people don't.
Never insert here. The other root of hustle that's interesting is this perspective towards your business that your success is outside of you. And this is an interesting one, that your success is outside of you. So you're personally looking towards a recognition program, an upline, the company to recognize you or shout you out or to achieve something. But when you're in a route of hard work and passion and belief, you know that you don't need those things. You need inside things to be successful. You set goals from an inner perspective. How do I help more people? How do I earn more income for my family so that we can live a different life, right? And you're not constantly in this cycle of, oh, here's another promotion, I'm going to push towards that. Oh, here's another shiny thing, I'm going to push towards that. And oh, I got to achieve this because she achieved that. You need to stay the course and be committed to the process and not the results.
Oh, yeah, because then you're going to realize that your money is literally being thrown in the trash, except it's not in the trash. You're handing your money to someone else so they can live an incredible life, and you are told to stay the course and spend all the money and just wait. Just wait. You'll be successful. Just wait. Some people are not. Most people do not win in multi-level marketing, and yet they're told to stay the course. And then by staying the course, they miss the window to return their products when they're not working for them. They miss the window to return their products because they're not actually making a livable income. They're losing money every month. And there's people who really look up to Bonnie, and they're going to listen to her advice. It's twisty as heck here.
Because when you are committed to the process and not the result and consistent,
Sweet goth, hello.
That equals you will hit the goals, you will hit the promotions, you will see the shiny objects. Have you ever noticed that it is the same exact people being awarded these top things on stage, winning every promotion, getting on the private jet with Carl to Summit, winning the $100?
Carl, you got a private jet? Why?
Bill, whatever the promotion is.
I would question whether Carl needs a private jet.
Winning the $500, whatever the promotion is, whatever the recognition system is, top 10, you see the same people. Why is that? Now, a scarcity mindset coach would say, I can never get into the top 10 because it's always the same people and it's monopolized, or I can never achieve that because there's too many people already achieving it. That's scarcity mindset. You're in hustle mode. Okay. When you're in hard work mode, coming from a place of belief and prosperity and positivity, you say to yourself, well, no, it's the same people because those are the most consistent, hardworking people in our network. They never stop. When there's not a promotion, they do the same level of work. When there is a promotion, they do the same level of work. But guess what? It's added up over time, and they have become very consistent, hardworking machines that are simply putting themselves on autopilot. They do not overwork. They do not push so hard that they push people away. They do not push.
The top people in Beachbody, I would say, have a large amount of influence. And that is still attached to them when people are thinking about signing up with them. And it is more of an allure for someone if they are talking to someone who's a former top 10 or top 5. Yeah, that is meaningful. That's a meaningful pull. And maybe that does help them recruit more.
On their team.
Sorry, I didn't mean to look down. I had to frog my sweater. So I started it over, but then I learned how to do an invisible step up stitch. Like, I'm not working in the round on the body of the sweater. I'm doing a complete thing, closing off the row and going to the next row. But what I had noticed on it was that you could see that seam in the back, and then I restarted it, so now you can't see the seam. And I'm super happy I restarted it. So I have to finish it. Not that y'all wanted to know that, but here we go.
That push feeling, they have worked and committed to the process. So every single month, no matter what.
Thumbs down. We love to see it. Hello. Yes, it is going better because like the seam in the back's invisible now. And so I'm really like that. I don't know if the person who thumbed this down is going to ever watch this. I assume not, because I get consistent amount of downvotes on my videos because of frustrated viewers. But Bonnie Engle is twisting the heck out of this training, and she's manipulating people. And yeah, we're gonna react to it.
Well, you are in a burnout cycle of constantly sitting back. Maybe I talk about fitness now. Maybe I don't. I don't know what to say. I don't want it to sound too salesy. I don't want to recruit. Insert thing you have said here. Those people are consistently doing that. They are consistently challenging their beliefs. They are consistently getting out of their comfort zone. They are consistently pushing frustration to their limit. And they can critically think their way out of a problem. How do we get there from where we are? We have reasonable and attainable goals. When I first came into this business,
I know I keep saying we're going to have a craft stream, and just my health has been bad. So I'm, what I thought might be interesting if y'all like crafting is if we could find a craft, like if y'all like crocheting or something, we could find a crochet like thing to do all together or something once a week. I don't know. I thought that'd be fun.
My coach told me, okay, sign 3 people up, do the challenge group with them, and that's going to be your bare minimum every month. And I signed up 3 people, and I thought, okay, well, if I look at, the systems here and I want to be massively successful, I'm not going to do the bare minimum. Okay. I'm going to do Success Club 10 or 20. I think for me that's doable. And that was the goal that I set for myself in the first year of coaching. If I want to get somewhere where someone is faster, I'm going to have to do double the work. Right. And then you sort of look back on your work and you look back on, what are my percentages of people who say yes versus people I talk to. And that's how you should set a goal. Not, okay, my coach says I should hit Success Club 5, so I'm going to hit Success Club 5. We really need to be looking at how do I set goals that are based on the things that I want long-term in this business, and how do I have a daily rhythm attached to those things, right? So if my goal is I'm going to sign up 10 new people into my business so that my business is constantly growing, how many conversations do I need to be having? Where are those conversations coming from? And how am I communicating the value and the energy and belief every single day in public while I'm having those conversations, right?
Sure.
You set healthy family boundaries. When I was first pushing to make this business a full-time thing, I really had to have a conversation with my husband about the fact that I was doing so. And I had to be honest, and he asked me to be honest with him. He said, if we're going to be making sacrifices for our family, I'm going to trust you that you're not just on the computer, talking to your team or complaining about stuff. You're really doing concentrated work. And this is so interesting. Constantly throughout the day, especially now that this is my full-time job, I have to constantly be asking myself, if my coaches were doing what I'm doing right now, would they be successful? And I correct myself all day long.
I mean, that's at least fair of her to say. I'll say that. That's the one fair thing I've heard her say. I change my behavior because what I'm doing, would I get mad at my coaches for doing if they were doing the same thing? At least that's not as hypocritical as I thought.
I am not exempt from, oh my gosh, I don't know where to start today. I get confused. I get scrolling. I get stuck on a TikTok and everything gets out of hand, right? I am not exempt. No one is exempt. No, every leader has the same issues. So for me, I just constantly correct.
I love knitting. Let me get I got my little craft thing. Hold on. I have these. These are they're interchangeable. They're from this lady, but they work really well, and they have a cord so you can do stuff in the round or whatever. And so we'll do some knitting too. But even if the first project was a crochet thing, you could probably find a similar knitting thing, and then we could all do it together still. And then the next project we could do knitting or Tunisian crochet. Oh my God, that's amazing, Sam. I liked your Woobles craft stream. I love Woobles. I love Woobles too. We should do that again too.
Myself. I don't feel bad about it. I don't get emotional about it. I simply say, oh, you're doing it again. Okay, go back to the income producing activity, right? In my set work hours. So here's some questions that I would leave you with tonight, right? If you were feeling like you fell into that category that they talk about so much, that anti-hustle, which is just a movement that I just cannot get behind because of that mentality that I talked about. I really do feel like they're trying to trick you. And I feel like the meaning of it gets so muddled because we associate hustle with hard work. When people hear hustle, they think, oh, I'm working hard, I'm typing, I'm, the emoji with the cat that's like typing like this with his hands. And they are two vastly different things. You cannot be successful in today's society in literally anything if you do not work hard. And I will not sit here and tell you that you can passively work this business and be successful, because you can't. If you treat it like a side hustle, it will pay you like a side hustle. But you can work from a place of hard work that does not feel hustly, right? It does not feel overwhelming. It does not feel like an emotional roller coaster.
To you. Because I will say, I love YouTube. Like, I love the live chat. I love, like, making the little thumbnails. I like reacting to stuff. I like hanging out. And I would probably, if I could right now, I would spend more time doing stuff because I really like it. And no, it doesn't necessarily, it's not, but it does put a burden on, like, my partner if I don't have boundaries in place, because I still want to hang out with him, if that makes sense. So while YouTube is not a burden for me, sometimes the work that you're doing is a burden for somebody else who's close to you. So you have to think about that too.
But you have to follow those things that I talked about. Here are some questions to ask yourselves about your business tonight. How are you treating your investors? Are you being honest? I think we demonize this.
Are you being honest, Bonnie, because of how you recruit? Is your team being honest how they recruit? Because I would say this adamantly, that y'all are not. So you're going to make a big pitch on how you need to be, everyone needs to be on the same page, how you need to be honest. But in actuality, when you're signing people up, that's not the case.
We demonize this a lot. And I hear a lot of people say, I don't always want to be on my phone around my kids. That's on you, sis. That's on you. I'm not on my phone around my kids. And it's because I get the work done when the work needs to be done. And then I set boundaries otherwise. If it's a push season and there's a goal that we're going after and I have people to help, that's a different story. But majority of the time, consistently, it's on me. It's on me to make sure that when I have phone time, I get the phone time done. And that when I have family time, the phone's not there. And you can be a hustler and you can be a hard worker and you can be a top 10 coach and you can be at the top of this company and earn whatever you want and not have to be on your phone around your kids. But that's on you. It's on you to figure it out. Are you staying up later? Are you waking up early? Are you, figuring out a different situation with your husband so that you can have 2 solid hours? What is it for you, right? Are you being honest with your investors? Do you feel scarcity in some type of way when you think about this business? Do you feel scarcity in money, in customers, in followers? Do you think to yourself, if I just had more followers, I would hit Success Club? Or if I just, could go viral, then I would totally sell 1 million challenge packs. Guess what, guys? I've gone viral several times this past year and it has not translated to challenge packs. Okay. I'm in my.
What? You can't teach people how to go viral for Beachbody? What?
Messages every day, like everybody else, doing the damn thing in the trenches with y'all, talking to people about signing up. Okay. I love it. It changes people's lives. I love it when they get addicted and they sign up. I just had a conversation today with my coach, Anna Marie. Oh my God. She wants to be a top 10 coach. She wants to crush her life. She's so excited. She's hitting Success Club. She's signing all these people. It's addicting. It's adrenaline. It feels good. My body posture changes when I speak to her. I'm invested in her success. That is what this business should feel like. It should feel good. It should feel good. Does it feel good? Or do you feel scarcity? Do you feel like, oh my God, like if I don't talk to this person, she's going to talk to someone else and she's going to sign up. There's 1 million of her. You need not feel scarcity in those things. I hear people say all the time, this business is saturated. Other businesses are saturated. Social media is saturated. Guess what? Cream still rises to the top no matter how much coffee you pour. If you are someone who can be consistent and constantly take action and be committed to the process instead of the results, sister, so much success is coming to you. But you have to get that root and dig it out if you feel scarcity.
Or there's actually been scarcity. Have you not ever been able to observe people giving up large chunks of their income that's valuable to their family over to Beachbody and then either being in debt every month or not making moves forward because they're just waiting and hoping and paying into an opportunity that doesn't pay them back?
Do you feel scarcity in time? Oh my gosh, I could never be successful. I don't have the time, I don't have the money, whatever. Get the root out, dig it out, and create some new beliefs. I have everything I need to be successful. Put your hands on your heart. I have everything I need to be successful. I wouldn't be here on this call. I wouldn't be here in this company. I wouldn't be here in this team if I didn't have everything that I needed to be successful right now. And last question, what are your beliefs?
Put your hands on your heart and say this with me. What are we in a cult right now? Oh my God. Night night. Have a good sleep, Agnes. Vaguespiration is the MLM bread and butter. April. That's too good. That's too good. Oh my God.
Beliefs around what you're selling? Are you constantly going back and forth and waxing and waning between, I don't want to be a creepy salesperson and I don't know the right time in the conversation to say something, and I'm just gonna, you know what, I'm just taking a break off Success Club this month because I just feel like really pushy and I don't want to feel pushy and nobody wants to buy right now. Nobody has any money. Has anybody thought that, said that privately to themselves? I have. And I find that when I'm in that space, it's simply an issue of my belief. It's simply an issue of that energy leaking into my conversations. Because in the beginning, when I was so freaking excited about this and I had nothing but passion, I had no negativity, I never doubted for a second.
In the beginning, 9 years ago, when it was closer to a ground floor opportunity, you were encouraged and excited about it because the market wasn't saturated. Give me a break. Yes, the market's saturated, and not only that, the product that Carl is set on producing is wild. You only get one good play of a song for one workout, and then you get elevator music every other time that you work out to that same workout. And all of the songs are choreographed to the good music, but Carl doesn't want to pay for the good music for the end of time. So then he puts elevator music in. Why would someone be excited about sharing that with a friend? Oh yeah, the workouts are great, but just make sure that you enjoy it the first time and don't let your kid accidentally play through, because after the first play, you don't have the good music anymore. In my opinion, it's a poorly thought out product.
And I came in, I said, that's what my coach is making. That's what I'm going to make. Oh, top 10's cool. I'm going to do that. No doubt whatsoever. My conversations were crazy, y'all. I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're going to do this together. It's so exciting. I wake up excited. I've never felt this much purpose and passion in my life. I never had answers. People are like, I don't know what to say. I don't know anything yet. I didn't know what to say. I literally would be like, I don't know. I say that now. Prices have changed. Promotions are different every single month. I have no idea what's going on. I am not the authority figure here. Our business works because it's peer-to-peer marketing. You're getting on and telling people, this is something I love. This is something I'm doing. I don't have all the answers, but you're going to do it with me because I'm so passionate.
It's not peer-to-peer marketing. Well, they don't end up as a peer for you. They go to your downline.
Passionate about it. Would you come to that person's house? I would. But if you slip into someone's DMs and you're like, well, you know, I'm running this challenge.
You slip? You mean slide into someone's DM with a hey hun message? Oh, can you imagine working out to elevator music? People in Beachbody don't have to imagine because that's what they have to do now.
Group, and there's, you know, this stuff called Shakeology. You don't have to purchase if you don't want to. It's not necessary. You're constantly backtracking and fumbling over your belief. What is your belief around what you're selling? If it's not good, you got to dig that root out and you got to throw that shit away. You have, hear me now, you have everything you need to be successful, but you've got to stop talking yourself out of it. You have everything you need to be successful. So stop buying into the anti-hustle culture. This is going to be hard work, but we're here with you. And we tell you what to do. And we tell you what to say. Get some passion around that and treat your business like an actual business, and it will treat you that way in return. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out tonight to come to this call, even though I know it was not convenient, just like it was not for me. And I hope that I said something tonight along the way that landed with you. Again, sorry about the live stream, but I will get this recording to everyone as quickly as possible. Have a good night, y'all.
Seriously? Sorry, I got distracted. What? Nurse? What? What are we watching? No. this still live? Holy shit, this live is 5 hours long. Okay, we're not going to watch it right now. Why don't you say something? You're live. Seriously, download. Can we download this? Download your video. It's 5 hours long. I hope it's downloading. Oh my God. That Pearl party that we looked at when I was like, oh my gosh, a Pearl party. She was live for 5 hours. Oh my God.
Hello. Welcome to Purses and Pearls.
Oh my God. It was a whole lot of word salad. Basically, you're not working hard enough. And if you don't accept hustle culture, or if you are fighting against hustle culture, you need to remember that it's hard work. And we all need to work hard. Blah, blah, blah. She is big time. She is big time in Beachbody. 5 hours of her spewing BS. 5 hours of Pearl parties. Yes. We'll do a Pearl party stream soon. I downloaded this one. I'm going to download another one. Thanks for hanging out. Let me see if there's anybody to raid. I think, I think Aaron's going live at 6. Let's see. Let me go over to my channel. Your channel. Edit. Manage videos. Edit. Let's see. Customization. Redirect. Is anyone live right now? Oh, Julie Joe's going live at 6, I think. I don't think there's anyone live right now. Oh, Heather's going live tomorrow. Bummer, y'all. I'm sorry, I don't have someone to raid. What they do is they open pearls, and then they have little accessories that go with the pearls so that you can buy them, and it's all a risk. Thanks for hanging out. I will catch you on the next live stream. And I will probably see some of y'all in the comments on other streams going on right now. Thank y'all for everything. You're incredible. And I'll catch you next time.